New growth, new growth. There's a new growth right there. Happy green dragon. Sanguinea. I'm sure this is backwards. I don't know what's going on with this plant, but this was a plant that I got with General. I got this earlier this year, and it was in the state of growth when I got it. I potted it up. Actually, I got two of these. It continued to grow, and the growths that it had last season were these that had the sheaths on them. Now, the sheaths were green, and all you can see all of these have brown sheaths on them. This down here, this is where the new growth came from this year. There were two of these, and here's one. No, actually, there's three that is still in growth right there. And the last one down there has a sheath on it that I showed you in one of my videos previously. But today, as I was watering, started to feel around in these dry sheaths, and I noticed this one is puffy, and it's filling with something. This one as well. And if I can, how was I just showing that? Where did I see that at? See something in that sheath right there? Now these do get long inflorescence with multiple flowers at the end, little flowers. That is it's a Pastechia Skeptra. And I do have one that's outside. So see if I can go down here without my service being interrupted. Although I'm going to stop and put my leptodes in the water to soak. It's their turn. This used to be one big plant, and then I divided it and mounted it. There's Richard Mueller. And what was I looking at? What did I come down here for? No, I don't even know. Oh well. I just love those big lips. Yeah, maybe I didn't mean to come down this way in the first place. Maybe I was going outside to show off that the other Skeptra that I have, but doesn't seem to be as it doesn't have a sheath on it. It's got a few nice new growths on it, but it doesn't have a sheath on it. Still excited about this. Look at this to see if there's anything going on here. There were some flower buds on this the other day. Yeah, just a bud. This is my Strepia muscifera, and right underneath this leaf, right here, that is a flower. There you go. See, looks kind of like a rooster at this stage. And there's another sheaf on here. It's back here. There's the flower. So yeah, that hangs out down here in the shade. Really like this dendrobium. It's very shy, how the heads are sort of Not nodding, but they're down for sure. It's just like got that Alexandra. But there's a lot of things in that. That's very complex. It's like on my little answers. Keeps going up. But yeah, just watering. Testing this out. This live thing. I need to talk about these. I haven't really mentioned these in a while. Some doing so good. Some that I've had on here since the beginning that are dead. Others doing better. So yeah, since I have repotted my cross, which is Brisavilla aristocrat, which is Brisavilla, well, Ringolalia digbiana crossed with Ringolalia glauca. This is the latest growth, which is the biggest by far, and it is just in that plastic with lava. And that's it. Okay, so I can take these out of the pot. This is, I'm gonna leave that one in there, but I'll take this one out. This is Pocatavola Ufong Jade, and it's got all of the roots, plus it's got a new growth, plus this is the latest new growth, and inside of here is a nice sheath. And I'm going to give this a little bit more light out here. Go back to some of these other ones. This is my Ringolalia glauca. Speaking of it, this hangs way back here. And there's a new growth. There's a new growth. And I found this today. There's one right there. So it sits here and gets a lot of sun. This morning and evening. This right here. And this right here. There is no tag on it, but this is my, well, formerly Encyclia Splendidum. Splendidum, yeah. It's now, I believe, mm, Cerdo, Crypto, Certopodium, Certochilum, something like that. This has never bloomed for me. This is last year's growth. This is this year's. And for the first time, it's got a little baby in there coming up from an old pseudobulb, a back bulb. And this is, I was going to soak this a little bit longer. Looks like it's dying. And this is my pendulum. This bloomed for last year, did not this year. No, it did bloom for me. It bloomed over the winter into spring beautifully off of this. But it has failed to produce new growths, and it has not the other new little growths that are coming off of, they're pretty weak. So I don't know what's going on there. See, I'm just kind of going back and forth, folks. This is my Costechia chacoensis. It had that new growth last year, and that new growth produced those two new growths. And as you can see, I didn't see the blooms though, they blasted. And it sits there in shade. Although this area is a lot more sunnier earlier in the day. Oh, you know what? I'm going to end the video on something that I just remembered. This plant reminded me of it because it comes from the same genus. This is a Maxillaria. Actually, the other one is not a Maxillaria, but I will show it to you here after I get this plant wet. It's my Silagine confusa. It's put up some new growths, but none of them have bloomed. Hey, Todd. Oh, I'm getting old. I know tomorrow I'll wake up and my back will be killing up and down. So it's got that growth. This bloomed for me. That's my Kiwani Mendenhall BLC. I need to go and find my iPad. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm sort of watching myself watching my iPad. All right. So, as I was saying, yeah, I'm just soaking my plants. Still two more spikes. That one, and then there's that one over there. Ooh. Move this out here so I can do more of these. But yeah, what I was going to show, this is the first time blooming. And this is not going to work there. Just saw this. This was actually turned around to the back. But when I turned it around this way, I noticed these buds. Just got this at Andy's last year. And it had just bloomed. You can see the previous bloom spikes in it on the plant. So it looks like it blooms pretty reliably all over. And this is the first one that I've seen. It did have a lot of nice little growths. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope you can, but but yeah, that's pretty much what I was wanting to show. That was kind of a surprise. And on this one that has been in bloom all summer, I noticed today. Oh, okay, good. See, now I started using a mic that I plug into my phone just because it seemed like every video that I make, I usually get one or two people that say they can't hear me. So I got that mic and now I'm not using it and you can hear me fine. Isn't that funny? But oh well, this is biloculare times convolutum, and I really didn't understand how floriferous this plant is. Uh, Bloomed off of this bloom spike. This is this cut that I cut it, and there's another one coming right there. This is another secondary spike. This little cane had already bloomed, and so this was a secondary that was coming up from the back of the plant. And some of these other canes look like they are doing something. Mm, yeah, I think that would be a bloom spike. So the one thing about this plant, if you ever find one of these, Den biloculare crossed with convolutum, I have it sitting in this where the water collects. It loves copious amounts of water. And this is the second new growth that it's produced this season. This is the newest new growth. So if you see one of these, I would get it. And the flowers aren't bad either. Very long lasting. Like I said, it's been in bloom all summer. Yeah, I like that too. I like that one too. Didn't think so. Really don't think so. That's probably about it. So yeah, I'm just gonna close this thing and I'll try to schedule more of these because it's fun for me, I guess. I don't know. I don't like listening to myself, but I do tend to rattle. So I will close the video.